Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel we are looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. Today we have a very interesting special case. It's a company Avenue Therapeutics traded at Nasdaq, ticker name ATXI. Well, the reason we would like to talk about Avenue Therapeutics, it's not only its chart combination, which is momentarily bullish, but also the situation that happened, that enormous price decline you can see here, starting from the level of 10 almost to the level of 380, and the situation of combination actually of the chart but also the real situation and real overreaction of market without understanding what's going on exactly, what's the reality happening with the company, what you can see. And therefore, although its company is very low market capacity at the moment, it's about 66 millions, but we think it's a very interesting academic example on overreaction with not understanding completely the situation, because it's therapeutic thing, and also a company with a very strong reversal possibility, short term but also long term, although mid term it could be kind of volatile and maybe even sometimes declining after a major kind of reversal leg up. So first about the news. The reason the company, which was actually growing very steadily and very nicely and working on the tramadol intravenous injection for US market, which is still absent, although it's quite surprisingly. The company was growing well and actually expecting some news from FDA for approval, but then suddenly FDA disapproved the procedure of the drug, and then the price really dropped incredibly down. It's like from 10 to 4, almost more than 63% overall drop. And now, if you look, people discuss this stock and they think, oh, wow, it's doomed. It's like only one drug in pipeline, and it's now kind of rejected by FDA. It's doomed. So the stock is going to pennies. It's going to bankruptcy, delisting, whatsoever. But reality is no. It's actually potentially extremely reversive, extremely bullish, and the reason for that lies in both, as I said, chart combination and also the news. So first about the news. If you read carefully into the news, you understand that the company is working only on one drug in pipeline. It's tramadol intravenous for US market. And the reason for FDA rejection is not in the fact that the drug is not good. Actually, the FDA letter accepts that the drug works, that results are more significant than the placebo and actually the placebo situation and the control group, so meaning that it is actually working. The only problem is that the company did not provide a procedure or well-thought procedure for additional opioid to be injected in case of there is need for intervention during tramadol injection, and then if in the short term you need another opioid, usually don't give the same one, you need to give another one. And this was not very well discussed, because if you give similar opioids too often, it could be over fulfillment of the body and kind of development of a non-reactive situation towards opioids. To avoid this, usually what happens is that when the strong opioid is given and another injection is needed too short time, so let's say without kind of breaking the general procedure designed for this opioid, usually another one is given. And this was not very well discussed during FDA, during the company Avenue Therapeutics submission to FDA, and therefore on that majorly on that reason the submission was rejected. So it's not that the drug was rejected. This only means that the company should just work on this, think of which extra opioids could be used on that procedure. But the drug itself is absolutely okay. It has no severe complications according to the letters and communication that were disclosed, and it actually shows the clear, significant and meaningful effect. This would mean that once the company works around this, not really the drug issue, but protocol issue, the usage protocol issue, the price will of course incredibly go high, because they will completely return to the market, return to the current price, but instead of returning, it will also go even higher because the drug itself will be approved. So it is tremendously growing potential here longer term, because still time is needed, and for these kind of studies you need time, let's say from half to a year plus revision time at FDA. So we are speaking about year and a half to a complete epic return. But the short-term return is also there, because the price was overreacted so much, people really thought it's a doomed drug, but no, the drug is not doomed, it's just a procedure. So once this understanding comes later, the price will also shorter-term return, because and now we speak about charts. The chart combination is extremely bullish. So we are on RSI, which is below 15. It's 14.48. It's extremely rare, almost impossible rare situation. Also, if you look MACD, it's very deep down, negative curve. So very strong upwards positive pressure is being built up momentarily for the short-term time. And also the chart combination here, you see, it's showing a very clear bottoming formation. So for the short term, we can expect here a leg up, either the first level to 4.5, and the third level is actually 520, 525, with further possibility to grow, but then it will just depend on similar epic overreaction upwards. So the volatility might be till the level S1 here, with then some reverse to the level well, in this case R1 and R2. And then of course we should go again to some kind of stabilization, and the reason for this would be the fact that company will enter to development on this workaround for the protocol of usage of their drug, and this will take some time, so the price will be volatile in here between around the level R2 and R1, but before that we should return there. So it's very nice stock to watch, very nice stock to buy dips, although it's very low, let's say, market capacity, but once it returns, long term it could be extremely bullish. So in this case, it's advised also for those who are looking for a small market capacity but extremely bullish long-term stock, and also it's interesting for very short-term play, like during week 2, to have a return up till to levels R1, R2. Having said that, good luck with ATXI. Also, please don't forget to watch another videos of us where we discuss other US-based stocks, of course, with bigger market capacity and with more stable chart. And this way you will not miss them and new buy opportunities for US-based stocks.